Hey everyone! Today is an exciting day because I've stumbled upon this incredible job opportunity in the world of programming. The catch? Well, I've got to ace a PHP quiz to prove my skills and not mess up the upcoming interview. Now imagine this is a job interview challenge. I am about to step into the shoes of a job seeker preparing for an interview, but I cannot do this alone. I need your help to navigate through this quiz successfully and secure that dream job. Think of it as a collaborative effort where you are my secret weapon. Each question here is a step closer to landing that job. So let's tackle them together. Ready? Let's do this! And the first question is very simple. What does PHP stand for? Originally, PHP stood for Personal Homepage, but now it stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. Which of the following is the correct way to start a PHP blog? The correct way to start a PHP blog is something that I cannot pronounce. What is the function of the echo statement in PHP? Echo is used to output data in PHP. How do you concatenate two strings in PHP? To concatenate two strings, you use the dot operator. What is the purpose of the include statement in PHP? Include is used to include a file in PHP. Which superglobal variable is used to access form data after submitting an HTML form with the post method? Post is used to access form data submitted with the post method. What is the purpose of the unset function in PHP? Unset is used to remove a variable in PHP. How can you prevent SQL injection in PHP? To prevent SQL injection, you should use add slashes and escape special characters. What is the difference between double equal and triple equal in PHP? The first one compares values, the second one compares both values and types. How do you access the length of an array in PHP? To access the length of an array, you use the count function in PHP. Which function is used to open a file for writing in PHP? fopen is used to open a file for writing in PHP. In PHP, how can you check if a file exists? To check if a file exists, you use the fileExists function. What is the purpose of the header function in PHP? The header function is used to send raw HTTP headers in PHP. Which magic constant is used to get the current file name in PHP? File is used to get the current file name in PHP. What is the purpose of the MySQL connect function in PHP? MySQL Connect is used to establish a connection to a MySQL database. How do you define a constant in PHP? Constants are defined using the define function in PHP. Define, some name, some value. What is the purpose of the session start function in PHP? Session start is used to start a new PHP session. How do you redirect a user to another page in PHP? To redirect a user to another page, you use the header function with the location header in PHP. Which of the following is used to create an object in PHP? New is used to create an object in PHP. What is the purpose of array merge function in PHP? Array merged is used to combine two or more arrays into a single array in PHP. How do you declare a variable in PHP? Variables are declared using the $sign followed by the variable name in PHP. Which of the following is a valid way to comment out a single line in PHP? / is used to comment out a single line in PHP. What does the JSON encode function do in PHP? JSON encode is used to encode data into JSON format in PHP. Which of the following is used to execute a prepared statement in PHP? MySQL execute is used to execute a prepared statement in PHP. What is the purpose of the array push function in PHP? Array push is used to push one or more elements onto the end of an array in PHP. Which of the following is true about the foreach loop in PHP? The foreach loop in PHP can iterate over both arrays and objects. What is the purpose of the trim function in PHP? Trim is used to remove white space from both ends of a string in PHP. How do you check if a variable is an array in PHP? To check if a variable is an array, you use the is array function in PHP? What is the purpose of the exit function in PHP? Exit is used to terminate the script and return a value in PHP. How do you declare a static method in a PHP class? A static method in a PHP class is declared using the static keyword before the function keyword. What is the purpose of the file getContents function in PHP? File getContents is used to read a file into a string in PHP. What is the purpose of arrayKeyExists function in PHP? ArrayKeyExists is used to check if a key exists in an array. What is the purpose of the opStart function in PHP? obstart is used to start output buffering in PHP. How do you declare a constant array in PHP? A constant array in PHP is declared using the const keyword. What is the purpose of the implode function in PHP? Implode is used to join array elements into a string in PHP. Which function is used to close the MySQL database connection in PHP? MySQL close is used to close the MySQL database connection in PHP. What is the purpose of the array reverse function in PHP? Array reverse is used to reverse the order of elements in an array in PHP. What is the default file extension for PHP files? The default file extension for PHP files is PHP. How do you comment in PHP? In PHP, commands are created using /wildcard / for multiple commands. Which function is used to connect to a MySQL database in PHP? The correct function to connect to a MySQL database in PHP is MySQL connect. What does the echo function do in PHP? The echo function in PHP is used to display content on the screen. Which superglobal variable is used to collect form data after submitting an HTML form? The request superglobal variable is used to collect form data after submitting an HTML form. Which of the following is used to declare a constant in PHP? The define function is used to declare a constant in PHP. How can you redirect the user to another page in PHP? To redirect the user to another page in PHP, use the header function with the location header. Which of the following is used to start a session in PHP? To start a session in PHP, use the session start function. How can you check if a variable is an array in PHP? To check if a variable is an array in PHP, use getType. What is the purpose of the count function in PHP? The count function in PHP is used to return the number of elements in an array. What does the acronym PDO stand for in PHP? PDO stands for PHP Data Object. How do you declare a class in PHP? To declare a class in PHP, use the class keyword followed by the class name. What is the purpose of the static keyword in PHP? The static keyword in PHP is used to indicate that a method can be called on a class rather than on an instance. How can you upload a file in PHP? To upload a file in PHP, use the move uploaded file function after submitting a form with a file input. What is the purpose of the JSON encode function in PHP? The JSON encode function in PHP is used to encode a PHP array into a JSON string. Which of the following is used to handle errors in PHP? To handle errors in PHP, use the error reporting function. What is the purpose of the namespace keyword in PHP? The namespace keyword in PHP is used to encapsulate classes and avoid naming conflicts. How can you check if a function exists in PHP? To check if a function exists in PHP, use the functionExist function. Which of the following is used to fetch the current date and time in PHP? To fetch the current date and time in PHP, use the date function with the appropriate format. What is the purpose of the trait keyword in PHP? The trait keyword in PHP is used to define the set of methods that can be used in multiple classes. How can you convert a string to uppercase? To convert a string to uppercase in PHP, use the str2upper function. How can you delete a cookie in PHP? To delete a cookie in PHP, use the setCookie function with an expiration time in the past. How can you define a constant in a class in PHP? To define a constant in a class in PHP, use the const keyword. How can you prevent cross-site scripting attacks in PHP? Use the HTML special chars function to convert special characters to HTML entities. What is the purpose of the session destroy function in PHP? The session destroy function in PHP is used to end the current session. How can you get the length of a string in PHP? To get the length of a string in PHP, use the strlen function. Strlen. This was the final question. The results are really promising. 85%. I don't know if I can pass this interview, but I definitely know something. I know that you were always here and wanted to help me all the time. And without your help, I would not get these nice results. Thanks again and see you next time.